So how can we find s in this equation? So the equation is s raised to power 2s raised to power 6 is equals to 3 raised to power 27. So this is the equation. So how can we find s here? So you can't apply logarithm to both sides here, so it will fail. We are going to use Lambert W function to solve this. So now the first thing I'll do, I'll say let's t to be equals to 2x raised to power 6. So take note of the step. So let t equals to x raised to power 6. So what is x? Yeah, if t is this, that means from here I can say s raised to power 6 is equals to t divided by 2. So that means multiply both powers by 1 over 6. 1 over 6. So to remove this 6. So multiply both powers by 1 over 6. So this will be equals to t over 2 raised to power 1 over 6. So x will be equals to t over 2 raised to power 1 over 6. So that will be the value of x. So go back to the question now. So we have x raised to power 2s raised to power 6 is equals to 3 raised to power 27. So if you see my expression here, so I said t should be 2s raised to power 6, and I found x is t over 2 raised to power 1 over 6. So anywhere I see s here now, as in this x will becomes t over 2 raised to power 1 over 6, then everything raised to power t. So look at it again. So this x is the one that we have as t over 2 raised to power 1 over 6. Then everything is raised to power 2s raised to power 6. And here we select t to be 2s raised to power 6. So that 2s raised to power 6 is this t. And this s is all this expression here. So that is just the substitution. So which is equals to 3 raised to power 27. So now this is the same thing as t over 2 raised to power t over 6. So it's equals to 3 raised to power 27. So what can we do from here? We can remove this t raised to power this t divided by 6 here. So we are going to apply exponents like exponential function here. So remember, if you are doing exponential function, so let me explain that part first. If I have e raised to power ln s, this is the same thing as s. Why? Because ln s is the same thing as log of base e. That is, ln is log base e s. So anytime you see ln in math, anytime you see ln, know that it means log to base e, as in that is the ln. So if I now have ln e, for example, so this means in ordinary ln is log to base e. So that means ln e is like saying log e to base e. So that's what it will mean. So that means ln e now is ln e, then that means log e to base e. And log e to base e is 1. So ordinary ln is log to base e. So if that ln carry e, see this is the e, but that ln is to base e already. So log of the same base is 1. So that means ln e is 1. So if I now have e raised to power ln x, for example, do you know this is the same thing as e raised to power log s base e? So, and according to law of logarithm, we have shown this in logarithm. So if you have logarithm of this form, if these bases are equal, you can actually switch the letters. That is, this s can come to this e like this, and this e will go to the position of x. So you can see the rule clearly. So you can say this is log e to base e, which is 1. So that is x raised to power 1, which is x. That means e raised to power ln x is x. So this is the techniques we are going to solve this exponent if we apply the e, because that is the definition of Lambert. So from here, multiply both powers by t over 2. So I'm just showing everything step by step. T over 2 raised to power t over 6 times 6 over t equals 3 raised to power 27 times 6 over t. So that this 6 will cancel out. So the only thing I'll have here is t over 2 is equals to 3 raised to power 27 raised to power 6 over t. Like that. So now multiply both sides by 2 over t. So I want to make everything here 1. So multiply both sides by 2 over t. So we have t over 2 times 2 over t. So will be equals to 3 raised to power 27 6 over t times 2 over t. So I'm multiplying both sides by 2 over t, so that if 2 cancel to t cancel t, it will remain 1 here. So 1 is equals to 3 raised to power 27 6 over t times 2 over t, as in like that. So this is the same thing as 2 over t times 3 raised to power 27 raised to power 6 over t is equals to 1. That is, I'm writing this expression first. So that is it here. Then equals to 1. So, and you will say I'm just solving. So what am I working towards? I'll show you now, because Lambert W function is f of s is s e raised to power x. So this is definition of Lambert. So this is where we are going to. I'm trying to change everything here to this form, so you will see it after done with it. So this is the same thing as 2 over t e raised to power ln 3 raised to power 27 raised to power 6 over t is equals to 1. I apply e here now. So if I apply e, then e raised to power, don't forget, e raised to power ln s is equals to x. So e raised to power ln all this is still the same thing as this. So just learn the techniques, because the method is not what they will teach you in school. So just learn the approach. So now this is the same thing as 2 over t e raised to power 6 over t ln 3 raised to power 27. That is, this 6 over t can go to the back of the ln. Everything is equals to 1. We see it step by step, because if you have log a raised to power n, for example, that is n log a, so the n can go to the back. So that's the techniques we use there. So the next step, so the next step now is, let's multiply everything. I have e raised to power 6 over t in that. So let's multiply both sides by 3. So multiply both sides by 3 ln 3 raised to power 27. So why am I multiplying by 3 ln 3 raised to power 27? So that I can achieve this results here. So see how it will go now. So if I multiply both sides by that, so this will becomes, let me show that workings. So everything is long because I'm showing every step. So multiply both sides by this. So that is, multiply both sides by 3 ln. So that means 2 over t times this e raised to power 6 over t ln 3 raised to power 27 is equals to 1 times 3 ln 3 raised to power 27. So I'm multiplying both sides by this, that is both sides of this step. So the next thing now is 2 times 3, it will be 6. So what I'll have here is 6 over t ln 3 raised to power 27 e raised to power 6 over t ln 3 raised to power 27 is equals to 3 ln 3 raised to power 27. So that's what I'll have in next step. So if you look at this place very well, you will notice the expression you have on E here is the same thing as what you have here. So that is our aim in doing Lambert's W function, because that is now in form of S e raised to power s, meaning the variable I have here is the same thing as what I have here. So that is my aim of simplifying since. So now we have achieved that. But remember, f of s is equals to s e raised to power x. So if f of s equals s e raised to power s in Lambert W function, this is the definition, that means this expression is the same thing as f 6 over t ln 3 raised to power 27. So because if I say f of s, so everything here is like f s now is s e raised to power s, which is this. So that is the techniques. So f of this is equals to 3 ln 3 raised to power 27. So from here, I'll take the product log of both sides. So the advantage of this method is that it can solve any of this equation. So because if this will give you a decimal point, the any other method may fail. But with this, the method will not fail. So let's say we have this now. So take the product log of both sides. So just like you say, take the logarithm of both sides, but here we are taking the product log of both sides. What is product log? So the symbol for product log is W. So that is the symbol for product log. So if you take product log of both sides, it means I'll have W here. So if I take product log of both sides, so that means this will be W. So W. So I'm taking the product log of both sides. So after you take the product log of both sides, so W and F are inverse of each other, so it will cancel out. So it remains C over 6 over T ln 3 raised to power 27 is equals to W 3 ln 3 raised to power 27. You know that 27 can go to the back. So this can become 6 over T equals W is capital W 3 ln 3 raised to power 27 divided by ln 3 raised to power 27. So that is we are dividing both sides by ln 3 raised to power 27. So I have 6 over T left. So what is T? Yeah. So find T. Take the reciprocal of both sides, that is turn this upside down, or you cross multiply. So if this becomes 6 over, it's 6 over T. If it's now T over 6, so take the reciprocal of both sides. Then this will become ln 3 raised to power 27 divided by W 3 ln 3 raised to power 27. So we take the reciprocal of both sides. Cross multiply now. So T will be equals to 6 ln 3 raised to power 27. I may not put bracket, divided by W. This 27 can come down, so I'll do it for the two at the same time. So 3 ln 3 raised to power 27. So T is equals to this 27 will come to the back. It will becomes, now I'm showing every step. That is why it will be long, so you can get it step by step. So 6 times 27, then W, 3 times 27 ln 3. So what is 6 times 27? So multiply 6 times 27. So we have 162. So T equals to 162 ln 3 divided by W, 3 times 27, that is 81 ln 3. So this is our T. Yeah. So but how can we get the T in number? So you press your calculator. So T is equals to, now what is 162 ln 3? As in press your calculator. If you press ln 3 ln, so times 162, so 162 ln 3, so that is 177,975,19,076. You can confirm from your own calculator too, divided by, now W 81 ln 3. Now how can we compute W81 ln 3 in your calculator? That is product log of 81 ln 3. So let me show you in scientific calculator. You can use Wolfram Alpha. That is an online calculator. So Wolfram Alpha. Or you use scientific calculator like Casio. So if you use Casio, let me show you how to use Casio. Yeah, so let me display the calculator. So W81 ln 3 is what we want to press. I hope this will not cancel. So now to compute it, press alpha. See the symbol alpha, that purple, alpha E. So that is how you can get E. So now let's compute the value. So this is how you compute the figure. So alpha, look for X, then E, alpha again, press alpha E, then raised to power S. So this is S e raised to power X minus 81 ln 3. So this is how you press it here in the scientific calculator. So now press shift, calculate, so to give you the answer. So you can see the answer here. So that is 3.29. So I want to get the value down. So minus 81 ln 3. So 3.29. So we need that figure. If you need more info, you will see you have s is equals to product log 81 ln 3. So this one now is not your normal scientific calculator, the handling calculator Casio. This is not online, so that means the computation is on your calculator or a graphing calculator. So you don't need to use Warframe. That is, you don't need to go online before you press your W. So this is the value. So I'll write the value now. So that means W 81 ln 3 now is 3.29583686. So that's the value we got for our W. So this. So now divide everything. So T is equals to 177.79 177.97519076 divided by 3.29583686. So that is 53.9999 as in 99999. How many nine? So you will say it's 999. So if you approximate, so this is 54 because you can have 99999. So this is 54. So that's it. So now T is 54. So remember from beginning. So take note of that first. T is 54. But from beginning we said let T to be 2s raised to power 6. So now that T is 54, that means 2s raised to power 6 is equals to 54 because our T is 54. That means 2s raised to power 6 is equals 54 since we know our T. So that is T. So we can now find s from here. So s raised to power 6 is equals to 54 divided by 2. So s raised to power 6 is equals to 27. So this is the same thing as s squared raised to power 3 is equals to 3 raised to power 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So that if you take the cube root of both sides or multiply both powers by 1 over 3. So that means s squared is equals to 3 raised to power 3 times 1 over 3. So if you multiply both powers by 1 over 3, this one too by 1 over 3. So you see 3 will cancel out. So we won't have any power here again. It's power 1 outside now. So but we'll have times 1 over 3 here too. So 3 will still cancel out here too. So I only show that one. Take note. So that means s squared is equals to 3. So that is 3 will cancel 3. So x equals plus or minus square root of 3. So but solution over the solution that satisfies because it's positive, so we ignore the negative. So s is square root of 3. So we will ignore negative because if you put negative in your equation, you should have something like minus root 3 raised to power 2 minus root 3. So you have something, so the base, so you ignore the negative result. So take only the positive. So the final answer is square root of 3. So we are true. So now advantage of this method is that if you use any other method, you may get this same answer. But if I change this question now, so let me change this question. I want to change this value. So we have solved now, but let me change this value to another thing. So I use any other method, then confirm, see what will happen. So if it is this method I use, it will give you answer for any question in this case. So let's say we have x raised to power 2, x raised to power 6, the same thing. Then raised to power 2, or let me change that 3, 4 raised to power 1 over 27. Let's say I change the same question to this. So use any other method you think you know. You will say you should get decimal answer here. And your method may not work, but learn this Lambert W function because it can solve and it's a multivariable function. But here we have just one real result. So I should have explained why the answer is just a root, one root. Remember, we got W 81 lane 3. So anytime what you have inside is W, anytime is greater than, if anything you have here is greater than 1, then, or greater than 0, if anything you have here is greater than 0, so you have one answer. So if what you have here again is greater than 0, so you will have one answer. But if what you have here is greater than minus 1 over e and is less than 1, so that means you will have two answers there. So if this is greater than 0 or greater than 1, so you will have that result. So or if s is less than, sorry, not 0, if this is greater than 1, let's say it's greater than 1, so then you will get only one answer. But if it is less than 1 and also is less than or equals to minus 1 over e, so you get two answers. So yeah, 81 lane 3 is more than 1, so we get just one answer, and that is square root of 3 that we got. So now try this question with your method, then you will see. So stop. So finally s is equals to root 3 for our own question. Before I go, so let me work this. Okay, or comment the value of x in the comment section, so I'll reply you with answer. So x is what? Yeah. So this root 3 is for the question I solved. So thank you.